It's Monday the 20th of March. Is it a good morning? No, it's not. Did I tell you why it's not? Because I'm having a mental breakdown. I think I'm having a midlife crisis. I just want to kill everyone. I just like, my house this morning, the fuse box has blown the circuit 3 friggin' times, which has knocked out all the switches downstairs. So the kettle, the fridge freezer, the cooker, everything. My electric chair that I was in couldn't then get out. Warren was still there. He sorted it. It went again. Now bear in mind, the fuse box is in the garage and then there's just absolutely loads of stuff in the way. So that happened. Then my eldest wouldn't get out of bed. Then the fuse box went again. Then I had to take Warren to work because I need the car today because I've got to go up to school for parents' evening, even though it's in the afternoon, for Jackson and Dexter. I can tell you now what's going to happen. Dexter's going to be, Jackson's going to be a little angel and he does as he's told, he does his work, he's really good at his work and blah, blah. And Dexter's going to be, I don't know what to do with him. He disrupts the class, he doesn't do as he's told. He comes across as a right little cheeky chappy on camera and he's a little sweetheart and he's, buys me the flowers and all that. But in school, he's a little sod. Yes, Dexter's a little sod. So I'm dreading that. Like I say, I'm on my mother's drive. I'm looking down at my house and I'm thinking, that fuse box better not have gone. If that fuse box has gone, I'm just going to have to let everything defrost in the fridge and the freezer because I can't reach it. Most of the people around here are in work. And yeah, everything I'll just have to defrost and I'll check it out. And I don't like food waste. But talking of food and not wasting, that cake I made yesterday, it was so fresh when I made it. It was so fresh when I made it, it was like falling apart. And I made that much bloody icing, I think I could have made about 1,000 cupcakes with it. However, look at this. You can see all the bits of walnut in there and the icing's like stiffened up. Big walnut on top. I've put a slice in for my mother. And to be fair, the kids have taken some to school. And to be fair, there's the tiniest little bit left that don't bother me, so I'll slice it up and put it in the fridge. But I'm going to make that again. What I might do is make it into more of a loaf and then just put icing on top. But yeah, look at that. I'm not having any because I stood on the scales this morning and I broke them, I think. That is it now. I have got to pull my socks up or my weight is just going to go all the way back on. I'm never going to get my knees done. I'm never going to be happy. I'm just going to be a miserable old git that I am today. And this home serve guy, he better not turn up. Let me tell you. Although saying that, I'll be nice to him because it's not his fault. It's the absolute cockwomble that booked the call. I can tell you word for word that call now. Honestly. Right. I'm going. And I'll catch up with you when I'm going to make something for breakfast. And if you're feeling like me, and you're feeling miserable, and you're thinking that you can't diet, you can. You will. So it's Monday morning. My app is ready to go. I recalculated my calories with James Smith calculator, which is what I'm going with now at the moment. I'll either use NutriCheck or James Smith. James Smith gives you slightly more. So I've got no easier days on, I think, set for this week. I'm possibly going to bingo with my friend Jess on Wednesday, but I'm not putting a easier day in there. I have enough calories in the day to not have an easier day. Anyway, that's enough moaning, because God, have I moaned. I swear to God, I feel like I'm having a nervous breakdown at some point. Everybody wants a bit of casa, as in, they all want a piece of me. I got to run around with Warren to work because I need the car. I got to sort my mother out. I got to sort the kids out. Yeah, I know the kids are mine and I got to sort them out anyway. But when you've got one that's 15 acting like a complete moron. Oh my God. What a Karen I am. What a Karen. And I fancy doing a bit of baking today, and I'm like, oh God, if I turn my mixer on, it might blow the fuse. Oof. I tell you what, that new mixer that I treated myself to. Yes, treated myself to. It's freaking amazing. It is amazing. When you compare it to my other mixer, which was good, it was a mixer, it worked, which I've still got boxed up. This one's something else. It's like going from a Skoda to a Porsche. That's how I'll describe it. However, the Skoda's still good. Do you know what I mean? And Skoda cars have got a good name now. Warren's been looking at, because we're going to change Warren's car soon, I think. Skoda, Octavia. Bigger car. We need a bigger car. We do need a bigger car. Yeah, my mixer, my old one, is just in a box in the corner of my front room. And I put it on Marketplace for £50 and nobody's said anything. Oh, was a man just gone by in a car? Thought that was a service engineer then. No, it's not him, thank God. Yeah, I put it on Marketplace for 50 quid. One person contacted me straight away and said, what's your best price? So I went back and said 50 quid. And they went, oh, okay, thanks. You thought that was my mother then. Usually, if you put something on and you want to take less for it, you will slightly ask a bit more to make room for leaving a bit. And you'll put on nearest offer. And I put it on for 50 quid. However, if it doesn't go, I might be generous and give it to a charity shop, because I just need to get rid of it. I don't need 2 mixers. Or if I knew somebody that liked cooking and couldn't afford a mixer or something, I'd gladly let them have it. But I'm not just going to put it on Facebook for free, because people just, do you know what I mean? They're just like, I'll have that. And then they say, can you deliver it? You know, the old Marketplace thing. Right. I am definitely going now, because I'm going in to see my mother. She's going to be opening the door any minute, saying to me, what are you doing out there? I'm going to go and give her a cake. That might make her smile. I'm just going to get my big butt out. But I'm still showing the collarbone now and again, so I haven't put that much on. But I need to do a weigh-in update. I have gained weight, and I don't care. No, I said that as in I don't care. I don't mean I don't care I've gained weight. I do care I've gained weight. Didn't care at the time when I eat the crap. But It is what it is. I can't be crying over a bit of extra poundage. I just got to get back on it, write it off, carry on. You know the drift. So I'm going to go and give my mother this cake, sort her out, go home. Fingers crossed the house won't be fused. The only one good thing if the house fuses, I'll be able to do a complete clean out of my fridge and freezers. Right. I shall see you in the next clip where I'm not moaning and I've got some sort of breakfast on the go. Bye. So I've just been to the garage to see about my tyres and he says they're fine. So they've got at least another 1,000 miles to go. So that's done. I've just popped to the local Nisa to get some bits to go with our dinner. I'm going to do a slow cooker beef casserole tonight. And they had these. I don't often see the little versions of these, and I really fancied it because I think this has got to be my favourite yogurts of all time. The Collective range, the gourmet ones, they're absolutely divine. This one is the raspberry, so it's the yogurt with the blob of raspberry, like coulis in the bottom. 152 calories for that pot. It's not the biggest pot, although it is 150 grams in there. So I'm just going to have that for breakfast, so it's nice and low calorie. It's getting on for 11 o'clock now, so it won't be long before I'm going to have something for lunch. So I'm just going to have that and then sort out a beef casserole for the slow cooker. And I've asked my mother if she wants some of that tonight, and she does. So it will be doing 6 of us. So I shall show you that in a bit. Just rang Hutchins, where I had my electric car from, to book it in for its service. The first service I had on it was £48, and I was thinking, oh my God, that's amazing. Because technically, there's no engine. What on earth is there to service? Just rang it through now to book it in for its second service, which is usually a bigger service where they change the oil and things like that. However, my car doesn't have oil. And I said, oh, how much is it? £225.84. And I went, what on earth are they servicing? It's got no engine. And she was like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, they change parts and things. Jesus Christ, anybody got money tree? And then Warren's car's got to be fixed. And I did, like I say, think it was going in this Wednesday, and it's not going until the following Wednesday. It's going in the day after my car. Right. Things are sent to try us. However, in the local little Nisa I've just been in, I've never seen this before. Butter. Now, I've seen butter before, obviously, but they had blocks of butter. I bought 4 blocks, 2 salted, 2 unsalted, because they were £1.80 a block. Now, if you buy butter, you'll know £1.80 is a good price, but they were made by Muller, the people that do the Muller yogurts. So yeah, I picked up 4 of them because I've got to make a load of scones for my mum's friend for her husband's funeral. She's asked me if I'll make a load of scones. I'm not quite sure how many she wants yet. But yeah, so I bought some of that in readiness, and I'm also going to make another one of those cakes, but I'm going to make it slightly different, slightly smaller, and slightly less icing. Well, a lot less icing. Because Warren said it was absolutely banging. My son said it was absolutely banging. My mother said it was very nice. And yeah, I've sat down here now and I've gone lazy. all because I had to ring through an appointment. And I'm too nervous to put my chair up in case the electric goes off again. Jesus Christ, my life. Right. Let's get chopping up these vegetables for the slow cooker. I'm going to have to write everything down that I weigh because at the moment I film on my phone. And when I film on my phone, I can't use my phone then to use NutriCheck. But saying that, oh, I think my iPad's over there. My iPad's over there. I bet the kids have run it out of charge. If my iPad's over there and it's got enough charge on it, I'll show you how I build a recipe when I do this slow cooker. Because tonight's slow cooker, I'm going to do it so that I can weigh out exactly how much I want rather than doing it per portion and judging a portion saying, oh, because my mother will have a small portion, Warren will have a massive portion, so the portions aren't going to be equal. Although when I initially put it in the app, I will set it for 6 portions because there's 6 of us having it. I will do it so that you can actually weigh it and have the specific amount that you want. Yeah, I'll check the iPad and see. I've got half an hour I can spare, so I'll stick it on charge if not. Do you want to see? Do you want to see how to build a recipe on NutriCheck? Yeah. Right, let's do it. Right, got to try and get this sorted before I go up to school for parents meeting evening. So, got the iPad, got my slow cooker bowl in the sink next to me ready just for me to chuck everything in. So I've got 2 of these. These are really, really lean and perfect, no fat on them. I have got 2 onions, one's really tiny. I've got a bag of light new potatoes. I've got some leeks. I have got some carrots, a very, very spindly parsnip. I've got a little small swede there, but they are a nightmare to cut, aren't they? Tomato puree. What else we got here? Coleman sachet. That's all I'm doing. So, all I'm doing is I am chucking it all in the pot. Oh, look at my boy. My boy's on there, look. Got reflection. It's gone off. That's when they were all cute. Look at Dexter with his cheeky little grin on there. Ah. Right, let's get this on to NutriCheck. Where's NutriCheck on here now? I don't use this iPad very often. I bought it for me to help me do my YouTube and that, and the kids have taken it over. And there is NutriCheck. One good thing with this, it's nice and big. Hang on. Oh, I'll do that around the back. Just my luck to drop it, wouldn't it? Right. There is, now you can see all the reflect. This ain't going to go right. There's too much light. Hang on. It might be a bit better. I've put the blind down. Not very better. Not very much better, is it? Right. We're on here. And I'm going to create a meal, right? So you can either create it and you can put it into portions. Like if I'm doing a lasagna, I will cut that into 6 equal portions and I would just call it whatever portion NutriCheck works it out at. If I'm doing something like a casserole, something sloppy, or a rice pudding or anything like that, I will do it this way I'm going to show you, because you can have the exact amount you want. So you go into, so there's your thing. You go into my meals, if you can see it there, which will then give you this page. You then go to create, because you want to create a meal. Once you press create, you can select your portion size. So I'm going to say 6, right? Then in the top, you write what you want it to be. So let's put beef casserole. So beef casserole, 6 portions, and then you have to choose which one you want. I want it to be for dinner, so you select dinner. Lucky that's not a scratch on my screen, that's a scratch on the cover. That's kids' view, innit? Right, you with me yet, or have you left? Then you press next. Right, then it will come up with all this. I never use this. You can click on it and select your ingredients from there. I never bother with that. I always go to skip. So you skip and then you get this page. And it's basically like the diary. So if you've got stuff that will scan, like the mince, so you would press that and then you can scan. So we'll scan the beef. Right, this has brought up the beef just as it would if you were scanning it to put it in for your meal. So 400 grams, I've got 2 of them, I'm going to use 2, so 800 grams. So you just change the weight, you put in 800 grams, and then you press done at the bottom there, and then you add it to the meal. And then once you've done that, it goes on to there. It's really hard to see because all the reflections everywhere. So far it's got ingredients, beef. So as I start adding stuff, it's just going to make that list longer and longer and longer. So I'm going to start chopping up the stuff, and then I will be weighing it as I go along. And then each measurement, so like carrots, what I will do is, because I'm not scanning a carrot, it's got no barcode on it, I'm going to go into there. Oh, it's brought up loads of Lotus Biscoff. Right, put in carrots. You've got all the carrots that you need there. Tinned, steamed, cooked, raw. I'm obviously going to go for raw carrots. I'm going to weigh the amount I use. I'll just add my weight that I want in there and then add it to the meal, and it will go back onto that list. And I'm going to do that with all of my vegetables until I've got the full list of whatever's in my slow cooker. So let's get chopping. So it's going to be hard for me to show you this because of my workspace I've got at the minute, but I've literally got some scales here and a bowl, and then I'm literally just going to measure everything and then stick it into the slow cooker. So we're going to start with carrots. I've got 3 carrots I'm going to use. And then I am going to stick 2 parsnips in, just to use them up. So let's get making this, and then I can go and sort out parents' evening. I've decided I'm not going to use this swede because I'm going to keep that for our roast I'm going to do, and maybe do carrot and swede mash. I'll see. Add into here some tomato puree and the Coleman's mix, and I'm going to put in the tiniest drop of water as well, which I will measure, and that's all I'm going to put in there. If I'd had a tin of tomatoes, I would have chucked that in, but I don't want it to be too watery. So I may add some corn flour later because the vegetables and the meat are going to let water out anyway while it's cooking. So I will just finish off doing the last few bits.
I can't let you go, baby. I just want to tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care, 'cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And though deep down I know I might be headed for teardrops, now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I've been looking for love so true.
Right, I have just run out of time now. I've got to go up to school. So this is the slow cooker. All done, ready. The lid's on now, and I've got it on high. I'm going to put it on high for about 4 hours at the moment. So that is it done, and I will show you the rest of the app and how to sort it out as soon as I get home. Right, now I've got to go up to school. It's piddling down with rain, and I've got to walk from the car into the school, and I don't go very fast whatsoever, so I'm going to be lovely and wet. It's also 2:15, and I haven't had lunch. I've literally survived on that yogurt. So you tell me, why can I survive on one yogurt, very nice yogurt, and not even be tempted to eat anything, and then other days eat anything that's not nailed to the ground? Because I don't know the answer myself. And it's crazy. Maybe I think it's an age thing, you know. Everyone keeps saying to me, oh, you're on the change, you are, you're horrible. Anyway, I've just grabbed this, the new mint bar I've been trying to get hold of. That's what I'm going to have. It's 212 calories. I'm not going to eat it right now on the way to school because I don't want to end up with bits of chocolate in my mouth that looks like I've been chewing mud. And the did I say doctor? See, I'm going mad. I don't want the teacher then thinking, Christ, look at her teeth. So I'll hold fire until I come out of school with them. Doesn't matter if my hair gets wet, does it? Because it's not like I've got a style that's gonna get messy. Are you actually joking? There's a man walking. What a knob. He just walked as slow as he could across the lights, and he looked like he didn't have a problem walking slow. And the light was green. Anyway, stop moaning, Karen. I'm just setting myself up for Dexter's parents thingy bobby. It's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be a nightmare. I'll eat my hat if it comes back that he's being a good boy, you know. I'll eat my hat. Right, this isn't even funny. That's another bugbear of mine. I'm in a disabled space now because of my leg, right? I have to get the old crutches out of the boot. And there's a man parked next to me in the disabled, but he is parked all the way on the zigzag line, which is the area for me to open my door. He's reading the newspaper. Whew. Over your head. Whew. Over your head. I just get my crutch out and whack him on the edge of it. Honestly. Do you know how to park or what, mate? Because you ain't in your space. He's not even looking at me, so don't worry. Right. 17 minutes past. And I got to be there at 25 to. Turn the heat down. It's going to take me flipping 10 minutes to walk over there, so I better get going. Why is it every time I need to do something it rains? Right, set my old badge. Can you tell I'm not up for this? Go to school now and be like, hi, how are they doing? Yeah. Oh, they're lovely, aren't they? Yes. Oh, thank you. Did you do that? Did you put a front on? I do. I'm a right miserable old cow, you know. Sometimes. Like I say, I think it's my age. I got a lot to be miserable about lately, though. Go on, say what have you got to be miserable about? What have I got to be? Door went before I left as well, and my new what do you call them? It's not a whisk. A beater. It's a new beater for my KitchenAid, and it's got a silicone edge on it. So as it's doing its work, it's scraping the edge of the bowl, so you haven't got to take the bowl off so often and scrape the sides down. That's the theory. Now that's come, I feel cake coming on. Not tonight though, not tonight. I've got to do an Iceland collection tonight, but it's only small. That's why I've done the slow cooker, because I thought, right, it's done. And I am thinking along the lines of possibly keeping my hair shorter, you know, not this short, but having it a bit so it goes that way and a bit going like that way, a bit funky punky, you know. Then I'm going to go and get my ear pierced there and have a big bar going across from there to there. And then I'm going to have a tattoo down there and around there and all down around my neck. I think Warren would leave me then. I think he would. Yeah, he would. No, he wouldn't. He's got it too cushy with me, let me tell you, too cushy. And I've got it cushy with him, so we make a good pair. I wouldn't mind a facial tattoo. I'm serious. Right, I'm going now because I'll get the crutch out the boot. I'm going to give him a side eye when I get out and say to him, like, are you having a laugh? And I'm off. I'll let you know how parents' evening went. Although, why is it parents' evening? It's 2:20. See ya. So, that's the parents' evening over with. And I have to say, I was quite surprised. It's like a sensor on the side. Yeah, Jackson got his usual wonderful, he's excellent at this and that and the other, and the teacher said he's very proud of him, and he's got really looks forward to reading his stories that he writes and stuff. And I was reading his books when I went in, and I took a photograph of a little paragraph he wrote. It was really cute. He was explaining himself and where he lived and all that. And then he put on there, I have two loving parents. Oh, that's cute, isn't it, Dex?
Yeah, and also mine is.
And then we move on to Dexter.
This one was very different than last time.
This one was actually quite good, so well done, Dexter.
It's just,
Right, you You need to stop acting the class clown.
No, I never.
You do that. I used to do that.
Stop
Oh, you stopped it, have you? I used to do that when I was your age. It's not clever, as my mother used to tell me.
No, it's not clever. I don't do it. I don't do it though.
You do it. He's not going to lie to me.
Did he tell you that?
Yeah, and he said when you get praised for doing good work, he said you all but goes through your mind that you haven't done anything naughty, so you then need to do something disruptive.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Dexter. And we're going to work on your times tables, and you'll be a superstar. But he did say, he basically said that you're better than you think you are. You've got it in you, you just got to do it. Do you agree?
Yeah.
And for some reason you don't like being praised. You like being told off rather than being praised.
It's not that. It's just something inside of me makes me feel like
You've got to be naughty.
after I've been praised, I can't let people think like, oh, look how good that boy is.
Why though? Why don't you want people to think how good you are in that?
To be honest, I do. Then I get I just stop. There's a thing that goes behind it, and it's like tell me,
There's a thing inside of you telling you you've got to be naughty. Yeah. Your inner self that's got to be naughty. I had a bit of a naughty streak, mine, so you've taken after me. I think. Oh, God. The house will smell nice when we go in because I've got beef casserole cooking for tea with some nice crusty bread. Nice? Looking forward to that?
yeah. Do you know what we could do? Since casseroles, like when you have your bread, you dip it in, and you don't get that much on a piece of bread.
What?
You know when you
I've got baguettes.
yeah, when you dip a baguette or something in your food,
Yeah.
you don't get all them bits. I was thinking of just carving out the inside and using that as like a spoon so you get it and then you eat it with the bread.
What, making a spoon out of the baguette?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's excellent. While I'm trying to serve up, I'll carve out 6 spoons made out of baguette.
No.
Yeah.
So carving, like, not carving, digging out, but then don't dig all the way to the bottom. Like dig it like.
You're
like
just
a
digging a big hole for yourself that you're climbing into slowly, and I'm losing the will to live. Right, I'm now back in the house and I've got the iPad back up. So these are all the ingredients that went in that casserole. I now want to not leave it just showing one serving at 347. I want to be able to weigh mine out. So I've added up all the amounts and they come to 3019. So it's slightly different on the iPad, but you go into servings, which will then bring this back up. And then here it says prepared weight. So I'm just going to put that, and you can put that in prepared weight or unprepared weight. It doesn't matter. So you just put 319 grams and then press done. And then let me change hands. Then you go to save. And then what you do, when you want to have this as your meal, I'll just show you now, hang on. So let me come out of there now. there. So I'll go into my meals and I'm going to pick obviously the beef casserole because that's what I've done. And then it says enter specific weight. So say I weigh out 187 grams, just for instance. You then click on done. And it's telling me that 187 grams of the casserole is 129 calories. And then obviously if I want to use that, I will just press dinner. And then it's added into my dinner, beef casserole, 129 calories. Obviously that's not the amount, so I am going to now delete that out of there. Delete one item. I have actually got 1,406 calories left for my dinner because I had obviously a small lunch. I sat and ate 25-minute imperials in the car waiting for Warren, which was 224 calories. That was a waste of calories, but counted. So all I've had today so far is the yogurt, the protein bar, and the minute imperials. So I'm going to go up and collect my oleo collection from Iceland, get that sorted out, and then our beef casserole should be ready, because currently the beef casserole, the potatoes are still a bit hard because it hasn't been in that long. But yeah, I will show you when I've got more time later in the week and I do a recipe. I will show you a better way, and I will see if I can get my camera working, and then I can use my phone, which is even easier. So I am logging out for now and I will catch up with you in a bit. Guys, I've just taken the lid off of this. It's steaming hot and it's not too juicy. And what juice is there? It's quite thick. So I'm not adding anything else into it. So I'm going to serve up now. So guys, this is my dinner. It's 553 calories. So I have got a portion of the beef casserole that I made. I have also got some Tesco's cheese bloomer bakery bread that I've sliced up. I've got some light spread on that I'm going to dip in there. I've got over 800 calories left for a treat, which is going to be some treat. But yeah, that's what I'm having for my dinner. Well, that casserole was absolutely delicious and the meat was melt in your mouth. So I have just been in the old caddy and I've taken these out. I've got quite a lot of calories left, so for the rest of the night now, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to enjoy that and the jelly beans, and I've still got over 300 calories left that I'm not going to use. So I'm well and truly back on form, and I'm going to enjoy them and catch you guys tomorrow. So thanks for watching.